Hi, everybody. Let's get started with lesson 3, how to find the number of neutrons in an atom. When you see a lowercase n and a little degree sign there, that's for 0. That's my abbreviation for neutrons, and I might be using that as I teach you how to do this in class sometimes. So just as a heads up, that's how I abbreviate neutrons. Only 2 of the 3 subatomic particles are located in the nucleus of the atom. And if you remember, the nucleus of the atom is that center. The electrons are in the electron cloud. Sometimes they're called sublevels or orbitals, but they're outside of the nucleus. The protons and the neutrons are the ones that are inside the nucleus. Because the electron mass is so very minuscule or small, the mass of any element that's on that periodic chart, if you remember, any of these masses, the average atomic mass is determined by the number of protons and the number of neutrons. So it's based on the mass of the nucleus, those two things that are in there. The atomic mass number is the number, it's that decimal number that's found in that atomic symbol. So let's take a look at that one more time. We've got the atomic number, that whole number that tells us protons, and in some cases electrons. Remember, not for ions. And then we've got this atomic mass, that decimal number down there, and that's referring to the mass of the nucleus. It tells us the average mass of the nuclei of each element, and because there's so many, it's averaged. To find the number of neutrons in any atom of any element, all you need to do is round the atomic mass to that nearest number, and rounding is the same as it was back in grade school. We'll do that. We'll practice together, don't worry. And then we're just going to subtract away the number of protons. So it just ends up being atomic mass minus atomic number, and that will give you the number of neutrons. Remember to round first. So let's do an example together. For example, phosphorus is the atomic mass of 30.9. So we're always going to round to a whole number. So 30.9 rounds up to 31. And then 15 was the atomic number of phosphorus. So 31 minus 15 will give us 16. And that's the number of neutrons that are found in phosphorus. Remember, you don't want a decimal number when you give me the number of neutrons because there isn't such a thing as 0.9 of a neutron. A neutron is one counted item. So let's practice a couple. Let's practice sodium, argon, and zinc. I'm going to go to the chemistry periodic table now. And if you'll remember, sodium is found in group 1. So we'll look for it in group 1. Now, the steps are round the decimal number, which is the atomic mass, and then subtract away the atomic number. So 22.9 rounds to 23. You want to round to the nearest whole number, and then subtract 11. So 23 minus 11. If you have a calculator, you always want to use it. If you have one on your phone, that's just fine too. 23 minus 11 is 12. So sodium has 12 electrons. Our next one for practice is argon. Let's go over here to the noble gas column, that group 18. And if you remember, all the groups are numbered at the very top number all the way across. 1 on the left all the way across to 18. So argon is in group 18. And it happens to be element number 18 because it has 18 protons. So round the atomic mass, 39.95 rounds to 40. 40 minus 18 is 22. And so argon's atomic mass is 22. 40 minus 18. I'll give you a little time to do the next one on your own. Remember, we want to try zinc. So let's go back to the periodic table and find zinc. Zinc is a transitional metal. You'll find it here in this lower section. It's in group 12. This time we're not going to round up because 0.3 rounds down. So again, anything above 0.5 rounds up. Anything below 0.5 rounds down. So hopefully that will help you find your neutrons. Go ahead and do some practice ones on the worksheet now.